me live on the broadcast is Ambassador Anil Trigunayat, who's a former diplomat. Thank you, sir, for being with us. Now, it has been made clear President Donald Trump has described U.S. military strikes on the 3 nuclear sites as a spectacular military success, adding that, in fact, the facilities were completely and totally obliterated in an address from the White House. Now, Trump has warned Iran that the U.S. could go after additional bombing and targets if Iran does not make peace. How do you look at it? What is that you think of for the first ramification of this big warning that has come from the United States?
Well, what U.S. is looking for is peace under duress. And he has been asking Iran to completely surrender. Now, that is the way I don't think the international diplomacy is conducted, despite a country being the most powerful in the world. And we know that this was possible, this was coming, everybody knew it, those who are observing the region. And everybody was hoping that it will not happen. Firstly, the Iran-Israel direct war, because it would definitely draw Americans. And that has been the strategy of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu all along. Of course, nobody wanted Iran to have a nuclear bomb, that is also for sure. And Iranians were closing in on that. But they were denying that they would do that. But they were also using it as a leverage. Now, of course, these facilities, well, a bombing of these facilities, we don't know how much damage has been done, what will happen, because there has been no Iranian reaction except from the Atomic Energy Commission as of this minute, I guess. So we'll have to see how Iranians are going to play out, whether they will carry out their threats of striking U.S. assets in the region. There are about 25 bases. The U.S. has a total of about 40,000. Their troops are there. Iraq is another place where Kataib Hezbollah might be very active, and they have given quite a big run there. And if you remember that in the wake of General Soleimani's killing, Iran directly hit the bases, but did not directly wanted a war with the United States. So there have been talks, and the fact is that there was diplomacy was not given any chance by the United States this time. Although President Trump keeps on talking of no war, or he wanted that. So it's a very, very dangerous situation. We'll have to see exactly how Iran responds. As you know, the Foreign Minister Agachi was in Geneva, then he was in Turkey, and President Trump himself is saying now that if President Pezeshkian of Iran wants to meet me, I can come to Turkey. Now, those are the kind of things he keeps on making these statements, but they have taken a military decision, and I think there will be some kind of a military response, definitely. Which way it unfolds is going to be very, very challenging for the region, beyond, and also for us.
Ambassador Anil, in fact, continue to be with us. We are understanding about the developments that are being tracked from the United States, as a big message has come from US President Donald Trump. Now, in the latest, the United Nations Nuclear Agency, International Atomic Energy Agency, has also